Hello, my name is Sofia and this is Sofia Speaks. I am an author and a speaker, and I think there is great value in people sharing their stories and sharing their opinions and wisdom, especially as they get older in life. Great healing can happen from listening to a person's story and resonating with it or parts of it. Insights can be gleaned, and this is why I like to share stories. In my self-help support groups for compulsive eating women, this is what we do. We share our experiences as we attempt to follow the guidelines of the Healing the Eating Habit method of weight loss. I healed my own eating disorder when I was 19. I read the book Fat is a Feminist Issue, and I practiced what it preached. It enabled me to pinpoint and resolve the emotional issues that lay behind my habit of eating when physically full. And now it is some 40 years later. Yes, 40 years later. And today, what I would like to talk about is an excerpt from the Am I Hungry download that is free from my site, sofiabothwell.co.uk. Now, the Am I Hungry download is the whole course condensed. It's the whole method condensed into a very simple format, and it's your starting point. What I would like to hone in on today is what I ask people to do and what I've been doing myself that has kept me slim for 40 years effortlessly. Is when you crave to eat when full, if you crave a cigarette, if you crave alcohol, but especially if you crave to eat when you're already physically full, you ask yourself, what emotion is this? Thereby pinpointing your emotional issues. Now, this is not meant to replace medical advice. If you have any serious problems or you're genuinely worried about the state of your health, by all means, do consult a qualified medical practitioner. I'm not here to dispense medical advice. I'm here to share with you my story of healing my own eating disorder, a disorder that lasted 5 years. All my teenage years, I was binge eating, and I was also bulimic. I am teaching and sharing my experience of this method that was first outlined in Fat is a Feminist Issue, the book by psychologist Susie Orbach, the woman who set up the Women's Therapy Centre in London. So, back to the Am I Hungry download. Anytime you think about food or eating, ask yourself, am I physically hungry? Now, if you discover, well, no, I'm actually full, my stomach feels full, but I still crave to eat more, ask yourself, what emotion is this? As mentioned before, this is pinpointing your emotional issue. So good, this awareness is one of the steps that helps heal you. You have increased awareness of your anger, of your fear, of your boredom, of your anxiety, of the general emotional climate around your significant relationship or your relationship with your family, your parents and siblings, your co-workers, how you feel about your finances, how you feel about your career and your training and your education, etc., etc., etc. So you become more aware, and this is very vital. Then you ask yourself, given the fact I feel this way, what would I like to do now? Now, this is tapping into the invisible energy of intuition. These invisible energies that tend to be dismissed by the medical profession are so valuable, absolutely, totally, and utterly valuable. They cannot be seen, weighed, or measured. Intuition is an inner knowingness that is very personal to you. Each person's intuition will guide them in a different way. It's streamlined, it's perfected just for you, because your own inner knowingness knows you better than any outer person. So your inner knowingness might guide you to join an art class, or phone a friend, or go for a run, or leave a marriage, or seek further education. You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. Your mother doesn't know what your intuition could possibly tell you at any given moment in time. And it can be different from day to day, or it can be the same, whispering the same message to you. Pay attention to those inner whispers and act on a trial and error basis to find out what is intuition and what is simply compulsion. This is actually what you're learning. You're learning to distinguish compulsion from genuine intuition, that inner energy that guides you towards a meaningful and happy and fulfilled life, and away from the compulsion to eat when full. So there are several of these invisible energies. Intuition is one of them. There's also the intuition of, there is also the energy of creativity, and this is very much tied in with intuition. Now, creativity is not just about painting a picture or writing a book, although it can be about that. But creativity can be raising a child. It can be how you decorate a room. It can be how you approach your day to day living or your day to day work. Creativity basically can be described as you involving yourself in that which you are interested in. So that can be different from person to person. Doesn't matter if your husband or your best friend or your mother or your father are interested or think you should do this or do that, such as join an art class. It's up to you. Do you want to join an art class? Does your intuition tell you, oh, I'd love to do that? Even if the whole world dissuades you, you need to follow your intuition, because the whole world doesn't know what will make you happy, but your intuition does. So join the art class, see how you get along, see if you want to stick at it, or see if you want to have it as a career, or if you want to have it as a hobby, or if you want to drop out after 6 weeks. It's all about living life and following your intuition. Now, many women that have compulsive eating tendencies also tend to have the disease to please. Many may have had narcissistic parents and felt compelled to do what they were told, compelled to cave into the demands of a narcissistic, controlling partner, spouse, husband, wife, um, teacher, parent. And that leads to misery and it leads to ill health. And often women turn to food when full to help alleviate the pain of that, of not being allowed to live their own lives. I wrote my own book, My Life, My Way, about my own experiences around that, gaining my own freedom and living my own authentic life, which can be a difficult journey if you grew up among narcissistic parents. There's lots on YouTube now about narcissism, and thankfully, people are becoming more aware of these dysfunctional dynamics within many, many, many families. It's very, very widespread. But with the knowledge of what it is and how to heal it and how to escape from it, one can move forward into a happy, healthy life. And this does involve following these inner, invisible energies of intuition, which you tap into by asking yourself, what would I like to do now? Given the fact I feel this way, what would I like to do now? And follow the healthy answer. The healthy answer. You don't follow up anything that would harm anyone else. You simply follow the healthy answer, such as go for a run, join a class, phone a friend, seek advice, seek further education, join a club, join a class, join a support group, read a book, join the library. get out of a relationship, leave home, move town, buy a house, sell a house. Your intuition will guide you. And as you start to practice this, it does guide you to a meaningful, happy, healthy life, leaving behind any control freaks that would be negative narcissistic elements in your life. So I think I will leave it at that for today. This has been about creativity and intuition and the opposites of eating when full. So my books are available from Lulu Online Publishing, that's Lulu Online Publishing, and Amazon. My books are Healing the Eating Habit, True Slimness, Simply Full, and My Life, My Way. All of them contain guidance and information about healing your eating disorder, overcoming addictions, and living your life your way. Until next time. Bye.